Yo, welcome to the Just Tiff podcast where I tell you guys some real life stories about some real life topics. Today is episode 64. Whoop, whoop. All right, you guys, so I'm going to do something very different than what I normally do. So you guys just bear with me. If you don't want to watch it, by all means, fair warning, okay? I'm doing something different. So tonight or today, we're going to be talking about me. It's all about me. So I have written down 11 random questions that I found on the internet that I thought would be, what's the word? Provocative, whatever the word is, y'all. What is it? Provocative? You know the word. So I thought these would be some really great questions for me to answer, for you all to get to know me better. For those of you that don't know me, that will be on just I'm a Facebook friend, or if you know my parents, or if you know my brother, my husband, my in-laws, whoever it may be that you know me through, I'm going to do this so you get to know me. Plus, too, I just really want to answer a lot of these random questions because I thought this would be fun. Instead of talking about Kiki Palmer, I'm going to talk about me. All right. So, question number 1 is, what is an interesting thing about myself that no one knows? So, I thought about 2 things, actually. First thing, I would like to say my husband is probably the only person that knows this. I don't like putting on lotion. I hate it. I despise putting on lotion. I just feel like it's a waste of time. It feels like when I do put it on, by the time I have gone throughout my day, if you catch me by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm back ashy again. So it's like, what was the point? What was the whole entire point? I hate putting on lotion. If you catch me with lotion, it's either a special occasion or a Sunday. This is really, I don't do lotion. And another interesting thing about me that nobody knows is that I love to sing. In my mind, I can sing, okay? And there was an opportunity when my cousin got married that we were at her rehearsal, and the lady that was supposed to sing for her wedding didn't show up because she couldn't find a church or something. And so they were just like, well, Tiffany, you go sing with your dad up there. And I was like, me? Say less. And y'all, I was up there, I was singing. Couldn't tell me nothing, I was singing. And so then I was like, okay, she ain't gonna show up tomorrow. I'm gonna sing anyway. She showed up, and I sat down. Yeah. Number 2. What is a sport you wish that you were really good at? I wish I was good at basketball. Hand-eye coordination, it's not so good. I would say, period. It's not good. I have no hand-eye coordination, y'all. It is not for me. That is why I cheered. I can cheer my butt off, or at least I could. I have no clue what I would look like now because I hadn't cheered since 2005. But y'all, I used to be an All-American cheerleader. Hey, I had a patch on my jacket. You better know it. But I long to be a great basketball player because everybody in my family played basketball. My dad, my brother, my mom, and then it was me. And I was like, oh, she a cheerleader. And I feel like a cheerleader never gets the respect that it deserves. But I feel like had I been good at basketball, then, hey, y'all would have seen me out there shaking and banging all. Nope. All right, question number 3. Where would you go on vacation if you had no budget? The Maldives. Point blank. Period. That's where I want to go. No budget. Bump Hawaii, bump Paris. Those both are on my bucket list. But the Maldives. Baby. All right. Number 4. If you could move anywhere, where would you go? Now, those of you, I guess, that might know me well enough to know, well, my last semester of college, I was ready to go and leave Athens. Baby, I wanted to go to Savannah and or Jacksonville, Florida. So those were my 2 places that I wanted to move. But honestly, I have thought about it a couple of times, and I have been like, where in the world would I move to when I got both sets of grandparents like 20, 30 minutes away? And if I have a need, hey, I need y'all to go get such and such, hey, go get such and such. It would be way too difficult if we were further away. But would I mind moving? Not at all, honey. Not close to the city, though. I'm not a city person. I'm too country for the city. Too country for the stuff. Name 3 fun facts about yourself. When I was younger, I used to collect rocks. I learned how to shoot a bird at the age of 4. I wrote that down, y'all. I remember that because my brother was getting on my nerves. We're 4 years apart. He's older than me, but I remember him getting on my last nerve, and I was just like, you wait. You just wait. And he stood there for it. It was silly. That was so silly. Don't stand there for that. I had to pull each finger down individually, y'all. Come on. And I do not like seafood. And what I find funny about this being a fun fact is the reason why I don't like seafood is in 3rd grade, I used to eat popcorn shrimp because I thought popcorn shrimp might as well taste like chicken to me. Put a little ketchup on it, what? And then my cousin Keisha came down from Virginia and she was like, what are you eating? And I was like, oh, popcorn shrimp, girl. It tastes like chicken. It's just like, girl, it's lobster doo-doo. It's just fried lobster doo-doo. I don't do seafood, don't worry. Not at all. Period. Miss me with it, y'all. Miss me with it. Number 6. What scares you the most about the future? What scares me the most about the future is becoming complacent. I don't want to be still where I am today. 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I pray to the good Lord, I am not in so much debt. Who's student loans? But I just pray 5 years from now, like even just any time of the future, that I'm just not being complacent and not doing what God told me to do. I definitely don't want to be at the same job. But I would really like to pray that 5 years from now, or even any time in the future, that I'm just still progressing along this journey. Number 7, if you could change anything about your personality, what would it be? My attitude, kind of, it's a slight. Temper, maybe. I wish I wasn't so quickly to get angry. I wish my temper was a little slower. Because I'll tell you, I can go from 0 to 100 quick. And then you'd be like, why she so quiet? I'm mad. Just if I could change that. Number 8, how would your life be different if social media didn't exist? Honestly, if social media didn't exist, I feel like I would be maybe more confident in myself. I feel like in life, especially as a female, and I won't speak for every female, I can only speak for myself, but I feel like for me, I compare myself already in general, and especially, I would say probably about an early age, especially when I felt fat all the time and I wasn't but this big. But there were times where I would compare myself to my classmates or my cheerleading friends or my besties, like just whatever, whether it be hair, clothes, attitude, how many friends they have, where they're going, out all the time, I'm at home all the time. Like, it was a lot of different things where I would compare myself, and I feel like with social media, it's right there on your hand. So you're able to like, oh, well, look at her. She's on vacation this week. Oh, she's on vacation again this week. So I feel like if it wasn't existing, maybe I wouldn't compare myself as much, and maybe I would be more confident in myself. What else did I write down here? And maybe I wouldn't care about other people's opinions. Ooh, y'all. Because that's a deep one. It's amazing how quickly I can tell y'all I could care less what people say. And then the first thing I do once I post something, how many likes that got? How many views that get? Who liked it? Wait. Oh, they put a heart, but this person only put a smiley face. I don't know. It's a whole thing, y'all. It's a whole thing. So I feel like had social media not existed, maybe we would actually be able to talk to each other instead of being Facebook friends, and then when we see each other at Walmart, hide from each other. Just maybe. Just say. What is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? So there was a time in 4th grade at Fowler Drive. I remember this very vividly. We had a ballet. I don't know why we had ballet. God bless Miss Allen, but we had a ballet. And talk about segregation. So our white classmates decided to make their portion of their ballet based off of Cats. I guess it was the movie, the ballet. I don't know, because I don't know anything about Cats, but they did a whole thing. And I remember we all were like, oh, okay, cool. And then it came down to us wonderful black people. And who we? Did we do something together? We went out there, we were pop locking, ticking, and poof, imagining hitting the baseball bat. It was a whole thing, y'all. It was a whole thing. We basically were dancing and stepping. That was our ballet. But at the end of this ballet, I remember we all went back to the classroom and everybody was kind of sitting on the desk and we're just all like chilling, listening to music. I have no clue why we were doing this in 4th grade, but we were. So I remember just sitting there and Raphael was sitting beside me, and literally this was springtime. I remember this because I'm allergic to pollen, and I sneezed because the door was open and I was just like, oh my God, achoo. As soon as I sneezed, I farted. And I mean, it like ricocheted off the table, like, brrr. And Raphael goes, ew, she farted on me. Most embarrassing. Well, that probably wasn't even the most embarrassing. Because that same year, pollen, springtime, I sneezed in the classroom and snot went flying out my nose and landed in Rodney Pinkney's head. And I do remember him going, oh, she sneezed on me. 4th grade was horrible. Next subject. What is something you've accomplished as an adult that your younger self would be proud of? I have always visualized myself being married with kids. I also visualized a dog at some point, but I think my husband has shut that down completely. But I've always visualized myself being married and being a mom. So I feel like if my younger self could see me now, she would be very proud that, you know, I am trying to be the best mother that I can when I can. Because who child, them children. Last but not least, what is something I would tell my younger self? If I had the chance to, I would even say go back to maybe middle school. I wouldn't go back to high school, but at least middle school. I would tell myself to not compare myself. I would tell myself that you are fine just the way you are. You don't have to change. You don't have to try to be anybody else. Be you. Stay true to you. Don't follow anybody. No matter how cool it may seem, you can make your own decisions for you. And that your weight isn't that important. Yep, I did write that down. That your weight is not that important. Like, just be you and live life. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Maybe next week I might do some random trending topic, but I just feel like everybody has talked enough about Keke Palmer and Usher and her baby dad and everybody else under the sun that I just really didn't want to do it. I really didn't. No.